Okay, just started, so we can start with the interview. Aura, thank you for being my guest on my podcast. We were doing Denim and Leather podcast. We were doing interviews with kind of famous rock metal musicians, for our website, Music Nonstop Today. But we decided to go into this area of metal podcasts,
Super.
Yeah, so if you hear me okay, we are starting.
Yes,
because
yes.
because you cannot see me, but at the end you will see that the picture is great.
Yeah, I can talk to myself. I'm used to that, so I'm good.
You used to interviews, right?
Used talking to myself, no?
Yes. Writing music and writing books. I wanted to ask you for first, how did you start singing back when you were a kid, maybe, or you were young? That's my first question for you, because I know you personally, but I don't know that.
Well, it happened such a long time ago that I don't even, from year to year, I started changing the story.
Yeah.
Because it happened such a long time ago. Well, the main reason why I started singing was because my parents were singing, my sister was singing. They are very talented, and every time we had family parties, they were singing all kind of songs and having such a great time. And I was the only one that, being younger than everybody, I was trying to cover them all with my voice. So they were nicely singing, like, I don't know, a traditional Romanian popular song or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was over them with my mother said, this is not doable, so you should have some singing lessons. Which happened at a very young age. I started working at the National Cultural House, let's say like this, in my hometown, at about 9-year-old or 8, even younger. And from then, we had there all kind of shows. My first stage show was at 12 years old, I think, or younger. I don't even remember, because life entirely was a stage. We had all kind of shows for kids, and it was nice. So it started really, really, really a long time ago.
But you took some classes?
Yes, I took classes, singing classes there.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. But not only singing classes, we were also organizing our own shows with the piano teacher and everything. We were making our own recordings. We were very involved in the entire process.
Okay.
Probably from back then, the freedom of seeing yourself in a complete, stage setup or band importance and things like that just got to me, and now it's easier for me to.
But you already were into rock metal music, or no?
No. Starting with 9-year-old, no. I was with, I don't know what kids are singing.
Hey, I started listening to heavy metal at 4-year-old, 4, 5 maybe, yeah.
You?
Yeah, in the 80s when I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah, well, that comes also with the background of your family, probably.
Yeah, my father was a rocker. He still is.
Opportunities. We were like, okay, not into the metal, but I was like a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Oh,
I was a
great.
huge Prince fan, Queen fan. That was the
That is some great rock and roll.
Yeah, that was my favorite. In my hometown, the metal music was not that popular.
Where are you from? What town?
I'm from Fălticeni, from north of Romania.
Fălticeni.
It's a very, very small, but it's the biggest cultural point from Romania, with a lot of poets, a lot of sculptors, with a lot of writers, musicians, and so on. So things happen in Fălticeni, but not metal music. National Romanian folklore music was, and it still is, very important there. So I was singing folklore, Romanian folklore music. I was singing kids music, and of course later we started with some songs from Queen or Purple Rain from Prince and other songs from Michael Jackson that I completely loved. And we put up nice shows with props and things like that.
Great. That was probably in the late 90s or early 2000s or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
I'm born in '85, so it happened in the late '90s.
Yeah. How did you make your first band? I know about Stillborn, but I don't know if that's your first band.
No, actually, my first band started back then at 9 years old.
Aha, okay. What was the name?
I don't remember. It was the band of the Casa de Cultura, the cultural house.
Okay, yeah, like a household band. Yeah,
exactly. They didn't have a specific name.
Yeah.
So, but with the entire thing and being part of a band, it was my first band back then.
Good. That gave you experience for later in life. Gave you experience for later.
Yeah, definitely. But I think actually that didn't give me the experiences that made me experience it better, because I think like I'm completely made for this.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Actually, it's very difficult for me looking back to say, yeah, I've learned so many things. Yeah, so I don't know if I I learned so many things on being on stage and things like that. But for me, it came really natural.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt good doing that. I felt natural. Was no.
When did you form Stillborn?
Well, I did form Stillborn. I was playing in another band, and a friend of mine told me that the guys from Stillborn are making auditions for a vocalist. That they're in search of a male vocalist, but maybe, who knows, I can make them change their mind.
Okay.
And I went to the audition and I changed their mind. And the rest is history.
Well, I know your biggest success with Stillborn was opening for Bon Jovi, right?
The biggest, yes, it's a very important part of our life.
Yeah.
We also had maximum rock support for the underground before that, 1 year before that we won, which was great because it was a contest with the best band in Romania, George and everything. We entered the contest because our guitar player needed a new guitar. We couldn't have money to buy a guitar. So he said, let's go and win this contest so you can buy yourself a guitar.
Yeah.
And we won it, and he bought the guitar.
Yeah, because of the contest. Great. So guys, I remember you, I follow your band since you were called Aura, only Aura. It is right after Stillborn, I think, and you formed Aura with Mihai, who is your husband and the guitar player now, right?
Yeah.
So you guys formed Aura and had two other members that are no longer, I think, in the band. You had a lot of changes on bass and drums, I think, right?
Yeah, well, once we realized that Stillborn is going towards the more alternative rock music, we said we really want to do metal. And for that, we had to split with Stillborn.
Yeah, you wanted to go into heavy power stuff.
Yeah, and they were already with Stillborn in a corporate, so the rock with alternative rock, and we didn't want to do that anymore.
Yes,
so
of course.
We wanted to do metal, heavy metal, so we had to leave.
It resonates with me. I don't like playing alternative also. I played in my first band was grunge band, like in a sense like Nirvana and that kind of stuff, but I didn't like it. It was 2 years and we split and I started heavy metal,
Yeah, the thing is you can have a show, you can have a song, you can have fun from time to time, but not always and repeatedly and so on.
Yeah.
I mean, us as a Scarlet Aura now, we can have a more alternative rock album.
Yeah.
One is more heavy, one is progressive, one is whatever.
Yes.
It's part of our life. But
Yeah.
to do that, it was not for us. So we
Okay.
were advised to name the project Aura because we had a share of fans from stillborn
Okay.
to follow us easier.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it was a good advice. Would have been better with a completely separate name from the beginning, but we were young and stupid, and
But it was okay. I remember you as Aura, and then I remember after a year or so you changed it to Scarlet Aura. Yeah.
it was okay, but we worked 10 times more having that name because
Yeah.
it's not easy to be a female fronted heavy metal band
Yeah.
trying to put yourself on a metal stage in a country that doesn't have female vocals on heavy metal stage or neither on metal stage. There are only a couple of bands. So it's easy to have haters or people saying that who are you, not believing in you, and so on. So you really have to work 10 times more
Yeah.
to prove to the one that are witnessing this stage of metal in Romania and beyond that we are actually a true thing for the metal stage. And we're not here just for an album to end and disappear.
Yeah.
For example, now we are working at our ninth album, and in 8 years.
Yeah, you have a lot of albums. I know them all because I follow you since the beginning of Scarlet Aura. So you had a trilogy, interesting trilogy of 3 albums and 3 books, as I remember, right?
Yeah, I will actually have the 2 books that are not even edited. I don't have time to do
The third.
everything,
Yeah.
but yeah, we worked a lot. And also, things didn't come easy because of the pandemic, and now
Yeah.
the prices exploded, so you just can't get in tour bus and go in Europe
Yeah.
and tour with your new album. So we want to find ways to do the music that we love, taking care of the zone that we can expand with our music. And this is the reason why our latest album is in Romanian language, and it's the first one in Romanian after the rock chick that happened back in 2014 with Aura.
Okay.
And now this album that we're working now is also in Romanian. By the way, this is a premiere. No. It's going to be in the Romanian language because it's kind of impossible for us to tour this year. Who knows what will happen next year?
So you're doing this album in Romanian or one previous one? Okay.
Previously, and this one also.
Yeah. I know some Romanian songs that you did, and you had a whole album in Romanian, the first one, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun writing it.
Yeah, how do you guys get to tour with Taria or with Freedom Call or bands like that? You know, you had tours with Vision of Atlantis. With
Yeah, well, it's like every band is doing. For example, you have a new material,
yeah,
and then you start emailing to the booking agency and agents and managers, and if they like you, they come back with an email. They explain conditions, you sign a contract, and that's it.
Yeah, so you're trying for yourself, or you have a manager. You have a manager, guys, right?
Actually, we have Tatiana that work with the management, but the entire management of that happens in a ping pong mode.
Yeah.
Like, it's me passing it to Tatiana, it's Tatiana passing it to me.
Tatiana, the manager, I remember her, yeah.
Tatiana is our managing partner.
Okay.
Because I need help. I couldn't do it all by myself in the band. But the entire management decisions are taken in between me and my Tatiana.
Yeah. Okay. Then what is happening with releasing music? I wanted to ask you because we're talking about managers now. what is on the other side? Do you sign a contract with Universal Music or something because of releasing your albums under that label or under the label of your studio?
We have our own labels, Universal Records, and we have a partnership with Universal Music Romania.
Okay.
On each album, or the album they want to, we want to.
Yeah.
So we are releasing digitally throughout Universal Music.
Yes. Digitally on Spotify or whatever.
Yes.
Listening to them. They're like a distribution. Yeah.
Yes, they are doing the digital distribution, but we are doing the physical production and distribution.
Yeah, the LPs, the vinyl, the CDs and stuff.
Exactly.
And your merchandise, you have a lot of merch. I know you're one of the few bands that does a lot of t-shirts and a lot of coffee mugs and stuff.
We make t-shirts out of each penny.
Yeah.
Of all the money that we can spare, we make the merchandise.
Yes, you do a lot of merchandise, and I love it. I love because there's very much a lot of variety of everything you do. You know.
The best decision we took for this new album that is going to happen soon this year was the take last night when we had some beer with the band and everybody in our backyard, and I said, guys, for this album we make no t-shirts. We have plenty.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How will be the album named? Or maybe it's a secret still?
Yeah, I can't reveal it yet.
Sorry?
The name of the album will be revealed once we release the first single from the album.
Okay, so you're not telling what will be the name of the album, right?
Yes, I can't say right now. What I can say is that it will be a description of a metal movement. Not only for Romania, for the entire European metal stage, because in the end, on our slice of metal, there are not that many bands.
Yeah, you're like power heavy metal in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so
in the style.
Hang on.
Yeah.
And be tough enough and have a tough stomach on this business, because it's very easy to say, I quit.
Yeah.
It's not easy to say and stick to it. Like, I'm in this business from 2010.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I'm getting old.
Nah.
We are all getting old. We somehow need to pass this to new generation.
But you don't plan on quitting, I suppose.
I know, that's the point. We can't do that.
You cannot quit, or you cannot do that?
We can't quit.
Yeah, of course.
We don't belong to ourselves anymore. Yes, we sacrificed ourselves.
On
the shrine of metal stage and industry. We are there. We can't quit. We have to be there.
But it's on. The stage is already your natural habitat. You know, your home.
The entire thing regarding this musical life, it's like our home studio, making the music, recording the song from scratch with drums, every instrument, every voice, everything. Then the production of it, and then the thing physically, your musical product, then the photo shoot, videos, and so on. It's our entire life. And then the shows or the tours.
Yes.
So hopefully things in Europe will settle down in the next couple of years and we can tour again, because we really miss our international fans.
Yeah.
Really miss those venues.
Well, that was the next question I wanted to ask you about. You toured Europe and the world for a few times, right? Like in the past 10 years.
Yeah, we were lucky because we got some good deals and very good years to travel, sing, to have tours.
Yeah.
Now everything is expensive, so you just can't afford to go in a tour bus and go and play.
You did also tour on the East. I think that you were in China, right?
Yeah, we're
You toured in China.
Russia, Ukraine,
Yeah.
Balkan, then we left to China. Yes.
Yeah. I remember that you were there for a few days, I think, in China. But you did
For
tour on the East
30 days.
for 30 days.
30.
30, yeah, a whole month.
Yes.
Yeah, a whole month.
A whole month was insane. I
Wow.
can't believe it.
Wow, that was. I remember some of that stuff that you posted back then.
Yes,
And
the day and the show, the day and the show, the day and the travel, the night
Yeah.
in the train.
and
the day
and
and
I
the bus.
remember Western Europe. You toured, as I mentioned, with Tarja and with others, with Primal Fear. I think you toured, right?
Primal Fear, not yet. We should have toured with them back in 2021, I think.
Yeah, it was announced, but probably happened with COVID stuff.
Because
Yeah.
of the pandemic.
Yeah. So the next question was for Ralph. How did you guys meet up and made the duet together with Ralph Shippers from
Primal Fear?
Primal Fear? Yeah.
Well,
He's a
very-
legend.
you have to be very persuasive and insistent
Yeah.
when you love something and you want to do something. I got friendly with Matt Sinner from Primal Fear
Okay.
on Facebook, I think, and I wrote to him that we are huge fans. This
Yeah.
is us. This is what we play. We would love to have a tour together.
Yeah.
And he said, guys, for this tour, I have like 20 plus bands applying. Yeah, let me listen and I'll come back to you. He said,
Yeah.
okay. We were like super anxious and waiting for Matt's answer. He came back and he said, my God, I really like you guys. You are my winners, but I'll have a meeting with the band in a couple of days. They
Yeah.
also have their favorites.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, keep your fingers crossed. Maybe it's gonna be you. We had our fingers crossed. And then I received a message from Ralph Shippers. Well done, guys. Love your album, love your work. Hope to see you on tour.
Well, that is the one of the few great messages that someone can get. You know.
Can wish for,
Can wish for. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they liked us also at that meeting. They decided
Yeah.
to take Scarlet Aura with us.
Yeah.
The tour didn't happen though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But a duet happened.
yeah, we tried to make this big event here in Bucharest. We had Doropesh and Ralph Shippers invited.
Yeah.
He said yes. We had the best 3 or 4 days of our lives. We had so much fun. We filmed the
Yeah. You
video.
recorded a video for the song.
Had
Yeah. I remember.
barbecues. We've been to TV shows. It was super like an old family member that is
Oh,
coming
man.
home. That
So
kind
you-
of feeling.
Yeah. So you made him feel like home at your place. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was definitely love forever because from time to time we send him message, Ralph, take care, you guys, whatever, and things like that, or happy birthday. It was his birthday a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And sometimes he sends messages, love you guys and I miss you, kisses to Sofia, things like that.
Yeah. That's.
When you love what you do, it's impossible to not get into this kind of emotional relationships,
Yeah.
like brother, sister, cousin
Yeah. Yeah.
relationship, member of a family.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But we are only a few people,
Of
If we
course,
have-
you guys are also like a family member with your Bulgarian manager, Emil, who is a friend of mine also.
Actually, we are family members because he's the godfather of Sofia.
Of course, regards to him if he's listening and watching, hails from us and from you.
Yes, Emil and Tatiana became from managers, tour manager, managing partners,
Yeah,
and so on, became family members with Sofia's baptism because both of them are her godparents.
great.
Tatiana
That's,
and
that keeps you strong.
kept me strong and kept me relaxed while on stage.
Yeah, Yeah.
I was
Well,
playing on stage, and Emil and Tatiana was taking care of Sofia. It was
yeah.
at the beginning.
That's great. I when we are at the Bulgarian shows, I have to say that I met you first time there in 2017 maybe. It was a show backstage we met, if you remember, uh, and that's when I think a day before you played with Doro, I think, on a stage, right?
Yeah, it was a very beautiful festival that happened in Bulgaria,
Yeah,
Midalitare
yeah,
Rock Fest.
yeah, yeah,
It's a festival that happens in a wine valley.
yeah.
It was a good moment for Scarlet Aura, a good year. We were invited to play same day with Gotthard and with Doro Fest.
Yes, I remember
And
that festival.
back then I had the opportunity, the first opportunity in my life, to play with the Queen of Metal, same
Yeah,
stage.
yeah,
The All We Are famous song.
yeah. You played with her, but after that, I think you played with her a couple of more times, maybe, right?
It was not a couple of more times, it was only then and then in Bucharest here.
Yeah, it was another time in Bucharest. Yeah, together. I remember
Yeah,
you. She was like a guest on your festival, right? Something like that.
it was not a festival, it was a Scarlet Aura event.
Oh, right. It was Scarlet Aura concert.
Yes, it was a Scarlet Aura concert having special guests, Ralph Shippers and Doro.
Wow, that was incredible. I remember seeing the videos from that show. Incredible.
Yeah, we named the event Rock United
Yeah,
in the idea that someday will happen again, another edition maybe,
yeah,
but we hope for the best.
yeah.
There,
Maybe it will happen. But playing with Doro, it's supposed to mean a lot to you, right? I mean,
yeah, you never know where you position yourself on the musical,
on the scale, yeah.
on
Yeah.
the scale. You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So for me, was a true blessing having Ralph and Doro, and I mirrored myself throughout their talent and their energy, and I got to believe more in myself
Yeah.
and to have the confirmation that I'm good at what I'm doing, mirroring myself throughout them. A very weird experience.
Yeah, you guys are like I don't know, like mother and daughter on stage, or like sisters or something, you know?
Even I was amazed about the energy we had together, how nice we sound together.
Yeah.
I was like, my God, I knew that she's amazing.
Yeah.
She's like a full energy force.
You even have similar, you even have similar voices, color of the voice, you know? Like,
You would say that, but actually, if you listen more to Doro and more to Scarlet Aura, you would see that they are different.
yeah,
The nice
of course.
part.
Not the music, but the color of the voice. Maybe you even sing even higher than Doro. I don't know, but
Actually, I don't think so. The only resemblance in the vocals, we don't sound the same. This is what I'm saying. If you listen,
okay.
The voices are totally different.
Yeah,
but we have something in common, and that is the in the voice.
Oh yeah, the raspy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the common thing.
Yeah.
For a true metal singer.
Of course. For
heavy metal, you can't play heavy metal if you don't have that natural.
The raspy thing in the voice.
Exactly,
yes.
in the voice.
Yeah.
So that makes us similar, and also the blonde hair.
Yeah.
The fact that we are small, and of course the fact that we played All We Are in our shows made it somehow our song and made this resemblance even bigger.
Yeah.
A resemblance that I'm super happy with, and it's not something that came with an intention.
Yeah.
It just happened.
Yeah.
I'm like this since forever. She's like that since forever. We just met.
Of course.
That's amazing. This is the amazing part of this life as a musician.
I hope it can turn out in a long-term friendship and maybe something together.
Friendship,
You know?
definitely. Another collaboration also.
Yeah.
We are just starting.
Yeah.
We are just warming up.
Yeah. How's the new album recording coming? You are at the end?
I felt tired already.
Yeah.
We are somewhere in the middle of the vocals,
Okay.
and then we have the keyboard, and then it's the mixing and mastering that Mihai is doing. Mihai is also the producer of the band, writing the song, doing the mixing, the mastering, everything. And hopefully in 1.5 months we will have the product,
Yeah.
and
And then send to
would
print.
like to
Yeah.
release it in
Yeah.
May or June, hopefully May.
That's great. You are one of the few metal bands that releases albums in every year. You know. I mean,
Well,
maybe
we
you
like
missed.
doing this.
Maybe you missed only 1 year. In 10 years you released 9 albums. So it's
Yeah, but it's not 10. Wait. If you count the rock chick from Aura,
yeah.
it's 10
That's
albums.
yeah.
We don't count that album.
Oh, you don't count that. Okay.
No.
Okay. So it's
That
9
album is
albums.
from Aura.
So it's
For
9 albums.
Scarlet Aura, we just
Yeah.
counted the Scarlet Aura
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But who's counting? That's not the point. The point is that Mihai is saying, I don't want to work in the studio anymore. I need 3 to 6 months free time for myself to recover,
Yeah.
to improve some other techniques,
Yeah.
to clean my ear. 2 weeks after this statement, he's in the
Yes.
studio. Guys, I had a revelation. We have to discuss about the new album. And
Yeah.
from there, the ball is rolling and we all come.
Yeah, and then you will have to be prepared for summer festivals and stuff. I probably.
Time flies super, super fast. And we
Yeah.
all do on Christmas. We have a tradition with the Christmas song that we're doing in our Scarlet Aura way. And, it's summer, we have the festival, and it's Christmas time. We have to do the single.
Yeah.
And it finishes that, and then again, we have to do some singles. Or if we do some singles, let's do an album. If we do the album, let's make the photo shoot and make some videos. And then do the rehearsals and prepare another concert for festivals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to ask you at the very end, with a few questions. What are your thoughts on the recording industry? Is it okay in these days now to make albums, to release albums? Can you live off of it or no? Like digitally or physical copy? What's your stance on that?
Both, definitely. I think digitally you can have some money coming from the digitally releases, but the physical copies are always sold at the show because a true fan will always buy CDs or buy.
Yeah.
Now everybody wanting to buy vinyl again, which is great. But yeah, many musical products you are doing, somehow you clear yourself onto this metal state as a style, as a persona. You get to be cut out
Yeah.
independently
Yes.
and seen. So if you want to be a serious artist, you have to do the music. On my opinion, I think that having one album that you live out of 10 years in the shows,
Yeah.
not that okay.
Yes, because I heard the CEO of Spotify. He said release as much as you can every year, so that you can get some money of Spotify. So you need new songs and new albums all the time. That's the point of the new recording industry idea. It's not like back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as much more music you're doing, you're more visible.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, it's more paying off. Yeah.
Yeah, you live out this, so you have to give your full interest to sound better,
Yes.
to have a better visual, to invest in the studio all the time, better gear, better microphone.
Yeah.
It's a circle.
It's a circle.
It's our job.
It's a circle. You can do what you like, but to live off of it. Yeah, it's a complete circle.
Yeah, but you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Like really have to pay attention because I know that, for example, with Scarlet Aura, it's somehow nicer and easier to position to festivals, tours,
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's very difficult if you have a more niche kind of music that you're playing. Difficult to make some money out of it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
difficult anyway. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's not easy. That's clear. This is one of the reasons why we are not touring Europe for in the last 2 years
Yeah. Yeah.
because everything is super expensive and we wait for times to relax, to chill,
Times will change a bit.
the economy to relax, and then we'll see what will happen.
Yeah. 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 What are your future plans? That's my last question of this interview.
My future plan is to just enjoy
Yours and the band's. Yeah.
the rest of the day. Well, we have video shoot next week for the first single on the album.
Okay.
And I can't wait to film it. I'm directing in the video, so I'm super excited because Sophia is going to play it.
Hey, great. That will be super.
Yeah. So we're doing this. Then we are already discussing on the dates to release the single with the video.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen probably in March. And we have the cover of the album
Done.
in the process.
In the process, okay.
Yeah.
Is some artist is doing it?
Actually, we are doing it.
Yeah, you guys, you are pretty artistic.
Yeah,
all around.
I see the cover like this, I want it like that,
Yeah.
like that, like that. And he said, wow, that's a great idea. So after that, I gave it to Tatiana and see, I want it like this, I did like this. Can you try to come back with some drafts?
Yeah.
And he came back with some drafts and we choose, and it's a quirky project.
I love your cover, by the way, on the Memories CD, you know, that you've done of the covers of metal and rock bands.
Yeah.
I love it. You and all of the others, like a pyramid there. It was great.
Yeah.
It
A
was
bold move, but it was not our idea. It was
a great idea. It was good one.
It was one of our friends that is a painter.
Yeah.
And he said, guys, I want to do the cover of this album for you.
Yeah, yeah.
We were like, yeah, go ahead, try. And he came with this entire, oh my God.
Yeah,
I was saying,
incredible.
Page with so many artists.
Also, I love your cover arts all around, you know, you get some of that power fantasy kind of thing, you know.
We went wild.
I love it.
Sometimes behind, I see this, I see this like that. I see it like that. We are like, okay, do it like that.
Yeah.
Then it's Tatiana coming, guys, I have to show you. I see the Stormbreaker, for example, power. I think it's more proper to look like that. We are like, okay, do it. It depends on how involved is the one in the process and the other how busy with other things are.
Yes.
And this time it was me with this new album saying that I see it like this, I want to do it like this, and they were like, wow, super, looks amazing, do it.
Yeah.
It's fast.
Well,
also, the other album, let's remember, I forgot the name.
Hot and Heavy? No.
Not the Hot and Heavy, the Under My Skin album.
Okay.
With me on the cover.
Okay.
It's my first cover with me on the cover. Since forever.
It was
the rock album.
Yeah, there was the Falling Sky song? No. Or it was on the next album?
Not Falling Sky, the acoustic Under My Skin double album.
Okay.
It happened in 2020.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Aura, thanks for this interview. I hope you like the podcast and you will be a follower of us. And thank you for the friendship, and I hope to see you guys soon on the stage or behind stage or whatever. You gotta come to my country to play and to play through whole Europe, you know. And
yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Of course. Next time, when we were talking about Metal Queens, in a few days I'm recording with Jimmy Bell, the guitar player of Lee Aaron. You know Lee Aaron, the Metal Queen from the 80s.
Super.
Yeah. So we'll talk again. Thank you for everything. Say hi to the guys in the band and to
Thank
Mihai.
you.
And thank you for everything. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. And hello and kisses and hugs to all of our friends that are watching this podcast. Good luck with the podcast. And of course, congratulations for this. You're doing an amazing job and we need all the support. So, more about Scarlet Aura, go and check on Facebook or on scarletaura.com.
Yes, I will leave all the links there. Thank you, Aura. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.